Hey everybody, welcome to Math 106, Accelerate Pre-Algebra. This semester, my name is Mr. Chen and I will be your instructor for this class. So I want to thank you so much for watching the welcome and syllabus video. In this video, I will show you how to navigate D2L a little bit, explain the syllabus and go over your first week assignment called the syllabus quiz. And we will also discuss how you'll proceed in this class. All right, so when you click on our class, the first thing you see is our homepage. So the homepage is where the announcement going to be. So you get one announcement every week talking about what we're going to be going over for this week. All right, so to access our class, the easiest way is click on content. All right. So once you click on content, your whole entire semester is actually already showing here under the table of content. So this class is lecture video based course. So that's how students actually learn the materials. So for any given week, let me just pick this week. Okay, you will be given. So this week is topic 5 through 7. That's what we were going over. So for every topic, you are given a lecture handouts, lecture video in YouTube and MP4 formats. So you just pick whatever which one you want to use, and you're given a homework. Okay. So what students do every week is to first print or copy down what's on the lecture handouts. So if you have a printer at home, you can print this lecture handout out. Click on the lecture handout, scroll down a little bit, click on download and actually print this lecture handout, okay, from the Word document. So let me show you real quick. If you print directly from D2L here, then you're gonna see all these weird symbols here. All right, so once you download it, enable file, and you can print. If you do not have a printer at home, or if you don't have access to a printer, please copy down, okay, what's on the lecture handouts first, and then use the lecture handout to take notes on while you're watching the lecture video. All right, so you see the lecture video, right? The lecture handout is basically empty. The lecture video is where I will actually work out the problem. So if you do not have a printer, copy down what's on lecture handout and then write down everything I wrote. If you print the lecture handouts, okay, so then all you gotta do is write down everything I wrote while you watch the lecture video and take notes. Okay, so this is really no different than a teacher give you a handouts in class and then you take notes on the handouts. Okay, so there's really no difference in that. Once you finish in watching the lecture video and took your notes, then you can begin to work on your homework. Every week, okay, there's one particular notes that I do want you to turn in. So for this week, let me scroll down a little bit. It will be topic number 7. So this is a Dropbox where you would just turn in the notes that you took for topic 7. Okay. So even though you watched your lecture video and took notes on topic 5, 6, and 7, I would just need you to turn in topic 7 for this week. And the reason is I don't want you to upload so many. So how does the student upload the notes that you took? Well, you basically is going to take pictures, okay, of the notes you took by hand, using your mobile device, and then upload the pictures into the Dropbox. So if I click on the Dropbox, it's simply looking for attachments. So if you use a mobile device to take pictures, then you can actually log into the D2L and access your Dropbox and then upload the picture that way. That's probably the quickest way to do it. All right, so make sure the notes that you took got to be handwritten. Okay, cannot be typed. You're not gonna get you're not gonna get full credit if it's not typed. You're not gonna get full credit if you're missing a lot of things. Okay, if you're just trying to if you're just trying to wing it, what I'm saying, I'm not gonna give you full credit for the notes that you're turning. All right, so for any given week, like this week in particular, we're going over topics 16 to 20, up here telling you what we're covering for the topic. So and once again, you are given lecture handouts, lecture videos. So I haven't uploaded the YouTube one yet, and you're given the homework. So for this week, topic 19 is the notes that you are turning. Okay, so that's pretty much what students do every week. All right, June 29th to July 5th. This is Independence Day week, so there's no homework assignment, but this is also a good week for students to make up any missing assignments. All right, so all your homework and note taking has a start date, a due date. Due date will always be on a Sunday of that week, and you also have an end date. Okay, the end date is set at the end of the semester because if you do missing a homework here and there, okay, you can make it up at any time. All right, just be careful not to pile out so many homework, okay, because your homework is part of your attendance. Okay. So let's fast forward to the very last week of class. So very last week of class, we will cover one topic, topic 31, real short. And there's a final exam for this class. So please watch the exam review first before you attempt the final exam. Okay. So let me just click on any one of these homework so that you see what it look like. In a minute, when I go over the syllabus quiz, when I go over the syllabus quiz, you will also see how you're going to enter. So if I just click on any homework, okay, you basically will enter the answer inside the homework. Okay, you just put it inside this box. All right, that's all it is, and you submit, and that's it. All right, so let me get out of this thing. Let me go back to the table of content and then click on course information. All right, so my contact information is listed right here about your instructor. Okay, here are my contact information here. Go back to course information. The next one is my course syllabus. Okay, so some of the core my content information is up here. So if we click on the course syllabus, okay, here's our syllabus real here. So let me go back to this in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna go through other things. So after the course syllabus, additional information. So how to upload notes taken. So this video is just showing you one particular way how to upload your notes. Okay. This method is a little bit clumsy as compared to student can just take pictures using your mobile device, right? And then access the D2L on your mobile device and upload the picture that way. How to use graphical equation. This video show also demonstrate how to use graphical equation. There are a lot of homework questions will have this instruction, using the graphical equation. So this video show you how to use it. At the end of this video, I will also show you how to use graphical equation as well. All right, for any homework that you do not get 100 on, I do provide a video feedback. So this video show you how you're gonna what you need to click on to find those feedback. Okay, the feedback will be inside the homework, so it does take a couple of clicks. How to check for missing assignments. So if you do have quite a bit of homework assignment piling up as the semester goes along, this will show you where you need to go to check for missing assignment. If you're a new student and never took classes here at Northeastern Technical College, please watch this video on how to access your student self-service and your student email account. So student self-service is basically where student will is where students' record is being kept, like your financial aid information, your grades, and what classes that you already took, okay, and your progress in your program. All right, getting started. Normally this is where the welcome video will also be posted at. All right, in this class, you will not need to purchase textbook. Here is a textbook link. We are using an open education resource textbook for reference. So you don't necessarily have to print this out. And I just use this for reference. So most of the students just watch the lecture video, right? Print out the lecture handout, take notes while watching lecture video, and that's pretty much how what students do every week. All right, here is a technology requirement for this class. Academic integrity and use of AI. So the use of AI is actually not allowed in this class. So if I catch student using AI, it will automatically be it doesn't matter whether your answer is right or incorrect, you automatically will receive a partial grade. And here's our netiquette. Okay. All right. So let me go back to the syllabus real quick. All right, so my contact information is listed also listed right here. My office hour is actually posted uh, under my about your instructor. So this class is an online class, and here is a course description. And the prerequisite for this class is actually the acceptable appropriate placement score. So in this class, we are required to use online component, the D2L Desire to Learn. The OER textbook the link is already provided, and you do need a calculator for this class. So if you do not have a graphing calculator, you can try to get a scientific calculator, or you can download this app. Okay. So later on the semester, we do use quite a bit of calculator to do computations. Here are your learning outcome. So course requirements. So this is a general, recap. So for every topic within the week, please print and copy down the lecture handout, watch a lecture video, and take notes on the lecture handout you've printed or copied down. Complete the homework and upload the selected lecture notes taken into the correct Dropbox. So remember, every week you get one, you're required to turn in one notes that you took. The name of the Dropbox tell you which one you need to turn in. Okay. So a quick direct access, right? All your Dropbox is under assignments, right? Every week you get one particular one. So like this one, you will only need to turn in topic 22 notes that you took for that week. So it is I don't need to see all the notes you took for that week. I just need to see one topic. So at least I know you took some notes. If you click on quizzes, you can directly access all your homework and the final exam. Okay. And of course, grades, that's where you check your grades. All right. So in this course, what count for grades are your homework, notes taken, and your final exam. Okay, all the homework are already posted as I have shown you. The questions on the homework are related to the topic written on the lecture handout and the topic discussed in lecture video. Okay, so all the homework only has one attempt, and we do not drop any homework grade for any circumstances. Okay, so all your graded assignment here is count for attendance every week. Okay, therefore, when you pile up a lot of missing homework, then you're not meeting our attendance requirement that I listed. All right, note taken, same thing. Okay. All right. So every week I select, there are selected topical lecture notes that you need to take while watching lecture videos. Please make sure you handwrite the notes, okay? And upload, sorry, there's a letter A missing here. And upload the notes into the correct Dropbox. If you don't put it in the right Dropbox, I will not be able to find them. And earlier I showed you where the final exam is, and please watch the exam review before you attempt the final exam. Here are grading rubric for your homework, and here is our weekly outline, what will be covered. So very similar to the table of content. Okay, so this is telling you what we cover every week and what are the graded assignments, then when it's due. And again, if you don't complete all the homework for the week, it's okay. You can make it up at any time. Okay, just don't pile up too many as the semester goes along. All right. So again, use of AI is not allowed for this class. If I catch you using the AI, it will automatically be partial. And how does Mr. Chen normally catch students? I can catch it pretty easily because a lot of times student will be typing out answer that does not relate to what is being discussed in the lecture video. Okay, that's how I actually catch students. Let's go about attendance policy. This is attendance policy for no-show. That means student never show up for class. All right, so if you do not complete this syllabus quiz, which I will go over here in a bit, after the first week class begin, then you'll be marked as a no-show and drop on the course. That means you never show up for class. Okay, so you're not going to be financially responsible for the course if you're being reported as a no-show. If you do submit a syllabus quiz, then you are bound by the attendance requirement below. You are encouraged to speak with your instructor for guidance if extenuating circumstances arise. To successfully complete this course, you must maintain a minimum attendance of 80%. That means that you are expected to actively participate in at least 80% of the course activities. Okay, so if you pile out so many missing homework or note taken, if you go over 20%, then you're not meeting the attendance requirement. Okay, then the instructor has a right, okay, to drop you from this class due to excessive absence. Okay, so attendance rate will be calculated based on the total number of course activities. Okay, and I do keep a track of what you turn in, what you did not turn in. Okay, so you remain 80% or higher to avoid being dropped from the instructor. All right. So if something happened where you have to withdraw from the course, you'll receive the grade W. So please contact me, let me know, or you can contact the student service if you do need to withdraw from the course. But make sure that you understand that withdrawing from a class can affect your financial aid. All right. If you do have document disability and require accommodation, please contact the Vice President for Student Service. He or she will provide guidance regarding to official documentation and or accommodation of needs. All right, here is our academic dishonesty statement again. FERPA, if you the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act basically saying that your academic record is actually protected under this federal law, so not just anyone can come up to me or anyone at the school and asking about your grades or your attendance records. Okay. And here are other additional information. Okay, conduct of class, textbook, test protecting unlock procedures. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have. Okay, before I go over your syllabus quiz. So for the very first week, okay, welcome week, there are two things you need to do, which is syllabus quiz and introduce yourself to the class. So the attendance verification here is the same as the welcome week. It's the same thing. All right, so let's go over your syllabus quiz. And this is when I begin to catch students whether they watch the lecture to watch the video or not, just based on the answer you provide here, because I'm going to tell you all the answer you need to know here. All right, first question on the syllabus quiz. By completing the syllabus quiz, you have acknowledged that and agreed that I'm registered for this class, plan to complete and actively participate every week, and will adhere to the instructor schedule. So if you do want to continue this course, select the first one. All right. Number two, I have watched the welcome and syllabus video entirely. If not, please click on here. So when you actually review this video, when you actually do the syllabus quiz, this is going to be a hyperlink where you can click on it and watch this lecture video entirely. Okay, so if you have not watched this video entirely, okay, make sure you watch the video, and then here you click yes. All right. Question number three, consider the following question. Enter the answer inside the box below. The user area is not allowed. All right, so this question has two parts, okay? In this statement, a lot of your homework question will have this statement. It says, please use graphical equation when entering answers. All right, so to access your graphical equation, click on the plus sign, click on equation, and click on graphical equation. The reason why I ask student, normally sometimes I ask student to write down your answer first because this box kind of covered up your question. All right, so the first question says, what is the best contact number to get in contact with you? Okay, I will need your best contact number for two reasons. Number one, when you actually fall behind on your coursework, I will begin to message you and just trying to figure out what's going on. Number two, I will need your contact information for future registration, like signing up for classes for the next semester. So provide me your best contact number. All right, number two, please tell me, okay, the phone number you provided is a cell, home, or work number. Please let me know which one is which. Work number. Okay, click on insert. So when they ask you to use graphical equation when entering answer and you do not use it, you're automatically going to get a partial credit for that. Okay, so on the grading rubric, it does say if a student does not use graphical equation, then you will get partial. All right, what's the last day of the class for us? Our last day of class will be Sunday. All right, August 2nd, 2026 at 10:30 p.m. Okay, after 10:30 p.m., you will not be able to turn in any work. Okay, so please write this down. Okay, exactly how I have it for your answer. Instructor will apply your D2L instant message within 36 hours. Okay. So let me show you how to enter some of these things. Okay. So question number 4 has 4 parts. Each part is actually worth 1 point. So let's use graphical equation to enter answers. So plus sign, equation, graphical equation. Number 1, enter. We'll need to enter 2/3. So for fractions, do not use a slash. I do not, slash will be counted as a partial credit. We have a fraction bar here. Use a fraction bar, 2/3. All right, click right next to the fraction bar, put the cursor beside it, comma, space. A mixed number 3 and 1/3. So the whole number 3. So I'm using a keyboard here. Okay. 3 fraction bar 1/3. All right. Number 2. All right. 3 times 3. So the number 3 multiplication sign is right here. Times 3 times 5 times 7. All right. Enter number 3. Exponent 4 to the second power. So typing a number 4 and your exponent is this one, superscript, second power. The cursor is on the exponent, so I'm going to press the right arrow key or click right next to it. See how the cursor got longer? And press enter. Number 4. All right, an algebraic expression, 5. Regulator X on your keyboard, second power. So the exponent is up here. So press the right arrow key on your keyboard or click right next to it. Minus sign is on your keyboard or right here, 9x, and then minus again, 7, and insert. Voila. That's all it is, and you can submit it. All right. So we will keep in touch throughout the entire semester. Okay. So if you do have questions or concern, please don't hesitate to contact me and let me know what I can help you with. So again, my contact information, okay, is on the about my instructor or right here. Sometimes, most of the time, I will communicate with you through the D2L instant message with the envelope is or email. Okay, so if you email me from D2L and I reply to back to you, the reply will actually be replied to your student email account. You cannot check your emails here in D2L. You can check your instant message, but not the email. So that's the reason why it's very important that you actually gain access to your student email. Okay, that's where you receive all your email. So this video show you where you need to go to access your student NETC email and student self-service. All right, good luck everybody for the semester, and we will keep in touch. Thank you so much for watching.